All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Another Shadowrun 5th edition in Seattle with the Anti-Light Spinners. Today we're joined with the full team, Default, Minnows, Medic, and Magpie. We left off last time with Magpie and Minos just exiting an apartment building with a fallen elf or unconscious elf in their hands. Romeo unconscious upstairs in a setup of a kill room, and the two of them just walked face to face into Duchess, the illustrious girlfriend of Romeo. So that is where we will begin again this week. Magpie, Minos. As the two of you come out of the elevator, the doors again, you're kind of in your own little world, talking, communicating with each other. You look up to see Duchess as she looks up to see the two of you with the unconscious elf in your hands. With quick reflexes, she immediately, as startled as she is, takes a moment to say, my eyes have video recording, which goes to a secure node outside of this network, so killing me will do you no good.
We don't want to kill you.
She's looking around. Where's Romeo?
Just keep walking. He's upstairs. He's alive.
He's upstairs, don't worry.
She is kind of a little puzzled that the two of you just seem to be kind of walking by, whatnot, so she definitely wants to get out of your way. There's no conflict here for her.
Great.
All right.
We can move on.
You see her as soon as you are about 5 to 6 paces kind of past her. She makes a quick dart for the elevators, panicking and pushing the buttons.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, that's our cue.
Yeah.
So we'll bust it outside and just kind of put this guy on a bench or on the stoop.
Yeah,
And
somewhere kind of away,
then
but not too
call-
far. I don't carry him around.
No. Just as quick as we can get him done, and then call the ambulance, and then get out of here.
Perfect.
Statrix is on the communications with you guys. Hey, guys, what the hell did you just do in there? I didn't have any eyes or sound on you while you're in the upper floors, and you've got some heat coming your way, like, now.
Well, that's okay, because we're leaving.
You do hear a dock wagon siren in the not too distance.
Oh, perfect.
No,
Oh,
that's a platinum contract. They're going to kill whoever's there. Get out now.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, we're dropping this guy. So, I look. Does this guy have a platinum band on?
He does have a tattoo on his wrist, which does have a couple, it looks like a couple of different serial numbers and a barcode on it, but it's a tattoo.
Interesting.
Okay, I don't want to take any chances. We'll stash him somewhere and go.
Okay. Yeah, the two of you are fairly quick. You've less than a minute to get out of there.
That's
So
fine.
you've got the small three-person car there, right? Three-wheeled vehicle?
And his bike.
Oh,
Yeah.
and his bike. Okay.
And I think we're actually going to go in separate directions.
Yes.
And just
Alright.
get
Good
out of
idea.
there.
Yeah, the two of you are just getting out of there as you do see the dock wagon, the large dock wagon pull up, kind of like a modified bulldog probably. And you do see a kill squad, 3-4 people jump out of the back of the car or vehicle, and they're moving about their way into the apartment complex as the two of you drive off into the distance. It's around
Alright.
5 in the a.m.
That was kind of scary.
Yeah, why would a gang leader have a platinum dock wagon contract? Anyways,
Well, I mean, maybe it was this guy. I don't know what he does.
they went it straight into the apartment. But anyways,
Oh, that's a good point.
we're not
Well,
paid
the
to
kill
think
team
those
did,
things.
not the medics.
Well, guess we're pretty much done. We can contact the Johnson, get him his ring back. It's been less than 48 hours, so we should probably make contact fairly quick with that. And I say we try to uh, see how much we can get for these others, if they want them back.
It's not a bad idea. They're probably itching to get those back at some point.
Yeah. And we don't have to let them know that we have them.
No. Say, hey, you could hire us to do this. We helped the what was this family?
One satisfied
VIDs.
customer could be two.
But yes, I agree. But let's get home safe first.
All right.
I'll meet you back at your pad.
No, it's too far out. We'll go somewhere else.
Well, my place isn't too far from here.
That's fine.
So I'll give him the directions to my apartment downtown.
Okay. And by downtown, what part of Seattle is this? Is it low, middle, or high class?
It's middle.
Okay. So you think you're in the Tacoma, or you said you're in downtown area?
Yeah, I'm in downtown.
Okay. Maybe something a little bit closer to the lake, though,
Yeah, probably.
or the bay. Okay. All right. So you're fairly certain you don't have any trackers or anything like that. Nobody's following you. You arrive back to Magpie's home. It's
Okay.
nice, quaint, simple.
Yeah, very modern. Lots of chrome and white. Very clean.
All right. And so the two of you are now at Magpie's place. It's early in the morning. You haven't had any sleep. What are your plans?
I'm gonna just show him where the fridge is and be like, listen, I gotta hit the hay. I need to go to sleep. So, I've got a big couch there. Should be sturdy enough for you.
Okay.
Mi casa es
How
su
many?
casa.
How much time do we have before we before that 48 hours is up? We still got plenty of time. We got another 24, don't we?
Yeah, you've got at least 24. You've got probably closer
Oh,
to
okay. Yeah, we got
36,
plenty.
40.
All right, that'll work. That'll work. Yeah,
All right, you crash out.
sure.
Okay. Two of you sleep soundly for approximately 7 hours.
Cool.
Your comlink, we'll say Magpie, your comlink goes off first. You've got a communication from Statrix asking if you would like to rendezvous back at the squatter house.
You see, like if there's like the camera shot, it's just you see like Magpie's face kind of fall. The prospect of going back to that house.
Yeah. No. Oh, this is nice. The couch is great.
Well, he can join you at your house, but the prospect of having more people in your nice, clean home.
Yeah, I'll send him a message saying, yeah, we'll go back over there pretty soon. I'm gonna grab breakfast or dinner, lunch, and
We should probably look for a place that we can crash out at any given time, like a meeting area. That could double as like a, what do you call those places when you don't want to be seen?
safe house.
Yes.
Safe
Safe
houses are not a bad idea. But yeah, for now, let's get this part done. Let's go talk to Statrix.
We can talk to him on the way. Sure.
Well, he said he wanted to rendezvous, so I figure he wants to see your face again or something.
Okay. All right, let's call the Johnson also and set up a meet. Let's get this
Yeah.
done with.
I'll do that. Let Kenneth know that we are successful.
Okay.
I guess I'll tell Albatross to get in contact with Kenneth.
All right.
Yeah,
And then
before
we-
you even arrive to your breakfast joint or lunch joint, you get a communication back from Albatross that Kenneth is willing to meet you at the same cafe where you accepted the job.
Cool.
Now.
before 4 p.m. today, unless you want to do it tomorrow.
No,
Might
today's
as well
good.
do it as soon as possible.
It gives you like 3.5, 4 hours to hop over to Tacoma.
That's fine.
Yeah, I think we'll do that. Did Statrix have something you wanted to talk to us about?
He didn't want to say too much through the network, but he has a few more contacts he'd like you to meet.
Okay. Well,
Sure.
kind of let him know like what our schedule is like, and like, do you want us to go now, or can we go do this and then come back over there, or?
Whatever. I don't want to waste your electricity, but yeah, whatever works best for you. My guy's getting cold feet over here.
Let's see. Would it fit the time frame fine to just go do this thing and then go meet the Johnson? I mean, yeah. Okay. Let's do that then.
All right,
If he's-
you
if he-
arrive.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to describe the squatter house again. So as you arrive back, it's an underground parking structure. It's approximately 3 floors. The bottom floor, though, kind of falls into disarray, and parts of it are underwater. But about halfway up the slope of the second level, there's 2 parking spaces that have kind of been boxed off. Now, all of the parking spaces have been boxed off. There are hardly any vehicles here. Most of these parking spaces have been converted into small lean-to shelters with tarps, wood, aluminum, things like that. The better materials being closer to the surface, and then the further you get down, the more ramshackle these buildings become. Nobody exactly pays for rent here in the 3C downtown parking plex, but it's more you fight it out. These are territories more than rented spaces. So Statrix is a small place, a rather small area. The 3 parking spots on the, like I said, the slant or the slope of the second floor, heading down towards the 3rd floor or the 3rd level. As you arrive, the makeshift garage door that he's using, you one hand lift up, and inside you see Statrix there in the wheelchair as usual. Sitting across from him at the small rickety table, you see a person he introduces you to as Medic. Medic, if you'd like to describe yourself to the party.
Well, Medic is currently wearing a, and I know Minos would recognize his Berwick suit, very similar to same suit Magpie's wearing, or was wearing at one point or another, I believe.
Yep.
He's also wearing his Globetrotter jacket, so it's kind of that weird hunter's jacket. Kind of looks out of place, and he's sitting there with a backpack just at his feet and a rather long attaché case kind of just sat beside him. He's like, Minos, it's been a while.
Yeah.
I'm glad you made it here.
Back from your bender.
You can say that.
Oh,
Hi. It's nice to meet you.
Oops.
I'm Magpie.
oh, yeah, I'm rude.
I was just about to inquire. Pleasure to meet you, Magpie. The name's Medic.
Medic, this is the new face, so to speak, that I was talking to you about. The replacement for Voltaic that I'd considered.
All right.
Medic, is that just your name, or is that what you do?
I got my name from my job. Yes.
Okay, good. Simple. I like it.
You can rely on me on a fight worst case scenario as well.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I tend to try to avoid fights when possible, but it's good to know that if necessary, you're there. You said there was a couple of contacts, Statrix?
Yeah, the other guy, he's pretty nervous. He actually has his own place here on 3C in the lower level. Single parking space, but just go to him in your own time. I mean, like I said, he's He's the above paranoid type.
Got it. Okay. Well, I need to bring up a gift or something if he's that skittish.
Yeah, and yeah, he follows after my trade though.
Oh, that's good. Can always use somebody with the keyboard.
Yeah, now that I won't be walking into any new situations with you anytime soon.
So what do we got to do to get you out of this place? I feel like I need a tetanus shot every time I come in here.
You
I know.
probably do.
I hate it, but after the Orkney boys grabbed me twice, I'm not taking any chances. I can't use any of my old contacts or cards anymore.
It's renting a new loft, something.
uh,
Well,
as much as you hate
all right.
it, I'm stuck here all day, every day. The wheelchair
Listen,
doesn't get me out of here.
I've got a place. As long as they're willing to pitch in for rent, it's nice. As long as you're pitching for chores too.
Yeah,
Keep
it's
it
all kind
clean.
of fancy with stainless steel and marble. And... I'm not making fun of you at all.
Because I every time I come here, I'm just gonna assume that you're dead unless I see you here.
Yeah, well, thanks for the vote of
It's just welfare
confidence.
checks every time. Just making sure you're still living.
Yeah, no, I don't mind. I can chip in. How much is it?
Or you could just be a fixture at the safe house that we're talking about.
Yeah, maybe that too. Just I can't. It hurts my physical body to see you here.
Speaking of which, Medic, do you have a place to live?
Not immediately.
See?
I'm
Take care.
surprised with you, Minos. You've been in the game long enough that I would expect you've been in the dirt more often than the rest of these young guys.
What about it?
Well, this is my typical safe house right here.
Yeah.
But it's not very safe.
What are you talking about? The only thing I have to worry about are gangbangers.
And diseases and malnutrition and
So anyways, you said you may have another line on a job.
Yeah, that is true. We might have to wait for that though until after we can pick up this last member of the crew. I think you're gonna need at least 4 members, and because I won't be able to keep physical eyes on you or through the through the matrix, it'd probably be better to have somebody with those skills on hand.
Fair enough. Well,
So
we can
until
always
find
finish
some
up
way
the
to
one
do
we
it-
have.
and there's always something happening around.
And then there's some of that side work.
There's
Touch
always
in,
side work
Medic,
here
you're
in
interested.
Seattle.
Yeah, didn't you say your friend Alice is gonna get back a hold of you? Minos?
Yeah, in 48 hours. Well, 24 now.
Oh, okay.
That'll be perfect. We'll turn this one in, and then we'll have one waiting up.
Sure.
All right. I'm thinking that we just Medic, if you want to go take a ride, we'll leave Statrix here. Maybe I'll give you my address if you want to go check it out, Statrix. I can get you access into the building. Or if you want to stay here in this squalor. I mean, I don't even really want to call it squalor because that
It's a little
seems
lower.
it's something lower than that.
Almost insult to squalor.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, whatever.
No, I'll definitely take you up on your offer. I love living higher.
Yeah, so I'll send him the address through my comm link, and then program my security system, add him as an authorized user.
Cool.
As if he couldn't just do that himself. But
I wouldn't want to insult you like that.
Zach, do you have a
What was that?
as a medic? Do you have a vehicle?
That was the other question, because I had the other Bulldog. The one that was being retrofitted for the medical run.
You have the original now, which I can give you the stats.
I have the stats already. for
Oh,
the
sorry,
bulldog.
you have Statrix's van now, not the bulldog.
Okay, what is Stratus van? What is his van? Or just drop it in that and I'll add it up.
Oh
The
no,
other question is
it's the GMC bulldog. It has
okay.
one modified point of armor, and it has the chameleon paint and the trackerless serial number.
Didn't you give that to Magpie?
Well, I'm driving the Spirit.
He's driving the Spirit.
Oh, you give him the Spirit. Okay.
Yep.
I
And
will
then
add
he still
that
has
to
his
my-
motorcycle.
So has 1 point of armor. What and is it concealed armor?
Yes, it is. Oh, and it does have the modified metahuman seat for Minos.
Because he's a very big boy indeed.
Keeping in mind it has the back. In the back, it has the rating 3 dock wagon system with the auto dock, and it also has the two. It has the ammo reloader, so that you can make your own ammo in back as well.
That's pretty sweet.
It's for on
Nice.
the go runs. So, Statrix is very excited to start his new lifestyle. He's getting his weapons and explosive ammunition all packed up. What do the three of you care to do?
So you know, we look at the vehicles outside. We've got the big van, we've got the little tiny car, and we've got a big motorcycle. And it's like we should probably do a little bit of carpooling. I don't feel like we need all three of us to have separate vehicles. Maybe that's just me.
Well, you're not all getting in mine.
I mean, you say that, but I could totally just like get on your back like a backpack. It wouldn't be a problem, but it seems like we could all fit in the van. Unless you love the freedom of the open road, I understand.
I'm just worried that this is not going to be here when I get back.
That's a valid. It's just a valid
Oh, whichever.
warning. You know, I don't know.
We can take the van. It's fine.
Because you know, if we get in the van and you take your bike, I don't really care if the Spirit's not here when I get back. I didn't have it 2 days ago, anyways.
Well, we just need to. We'll take the van.
You could also just program the vehicles to drive themselves back to your place.
Oh, perfect. That'll work.
Cool. Yep. Because I do have a subscription to the grid, so I could access it. Because I have a good lifestyle.
And while this is a really crappy place in downtown to live, it is still in downtown, so the grid is active throughout this entire place.
So yeah, let's just send the other two vehicles home to my place, and then we'll go in the van to the restaurant to meet with good old Kenneth.
Yeah. Medic, you gonna come with? We'll cut you in.
Now you guys did the work for this one. If things go sideways, I'll be in the van. I can come out and assist. But
All right.
you guys did all the work for this. It's only fair.
I'll get you something to go. Don't worry about it.
Much appreciated.
All right,
Yeah, we're gonna head out.
within less than an hour, you arrive at the modest little cafe. Again, it has about 4 or 5 outdoor tables, another 5 to 8 inside tables. It's about half packed. And you
Alright.
do see Kenneth sitting alone at one of the tables outside near the street.
Yeah. We'll go sit down.
Greetings, Kenneth.
Ah, greetings. Good to see you again. I was surprised to hear of your success so early.
Well, we are quite skilled at what we do.
I had not imagined, but you prove me wrong. So, you have the ring, yes?
We do here. Minos.
There you go.
He pulls out a small electronic device which he fits over his eye. It's basically like a electronic monocule to allow him to put the ring under more scrutiny, visual scrutiny. After a few moments, he nods his head in agreement. Yes, yes, this will do nicely. Thank you very much. So, I believe the offer was for 7,500, with the
Yes, I
addition
believe
of
that.
2,500 for your timing, and 2,500 for no harm being done, no violence being conducted on the gang.
Yes.
All right. I believe you will find that the transfer has been completed at this time. And you notice that $10,000 has been added.
Great.
All right. And is that a piece or to split?
That's to split.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
So I guess we're done.
it was a pleasure doing business with the both of you.
If you have any more employment opportunities, please contact my friend, and we can assist each other again.
I hope that never happens, but if it does, I hope it is with you. Thank you very much for your time, gentlemen. With that, he
Have a nice
finishes
day.
his last sip of tea and stands up to leave.
That was a lot less painful than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that's what happens when people don't screw you over at the end.
I could get used to that. I mean, I probably won't, but it would be nice. Anyway, I'm going to get a BLT to go. Thanks.
Yeah, we should probably find out who these other rings belong to.
It's not a bad idea. Like, you had a good thought there. Let's ask around. See what we can find out.
Sure.
Let me see. Well, this may fall under it. I'm not sure. I have fashion and I have black markets. Would either of those be useful in this setting?
Fashion would be more useful than the other, but I think you had local Seattle knowledge.
I do.
That might be even more helpful, since these are all local Seattle characters.
Okay.
Is there a situational modifier at all?
Wow.
No,
That was a terrible
not that I
roll.
can think of. All right. So, on one of the rings, Minos, you're able to tell very quickly. It's the image is it has a skull, but in where the teeth would be, it has a red and a white, like two precious stones, one red, one white, where the teeth should be. And this is another bike gang leader.
Okay. So, yeah, this one's familiar.
So
Others,
that one's pretty
not
easy
so
to
sure.
figure out. I'm just trying to figure out. It's
Okay. Medic?
Sorry about that.
Thoughts,
these are the
ideas?
blood rumblers.
Okay.
Blood rumblers.
Seem like nice young men. So he got a ring from the leader of the blood rumblers. Okay, that's neat.
May I roll Gang ID to see if I can figure out more about them,
Perfect.
since I know what they are now?
The rings? Yes, you can help out. Magpie, with the one that you were looking over, you believe it looks like another family crest ring. You're just not exactly sure which family it would belong to. While the images look familiar on it, 3 horizontal lines. The center one is just that, while the other 2 split off in either direction to left and right, kind of forming the band of the ring. I guess that kind of looks like the halo symbol then. You're not exactly sure who that ring would have belonged to, if it's a major house or maybe it was just you know, somebody involved with company or whatnot.
Okay.
Well, maybe we can find someone who knows more about these.
Yeah. We at least have one that we can.
And the final ring, Magpie, immediately as he sees it, he gets a small smile on his face. He's like, "Oh, well, that's a ring that we give to dock wagon people when they retire from service after 15 years, at least 15 years."
So, medic.
So Medic recognizes it because he's probably seen that ring a few times.
Yeah, most likely.
Why would anyone have this?
It's not extremely rare, but it does help you out when you're in trouble with the law sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a leverage tool.
Gotcha.
Huh. Unexpected.
Most people hate corporatists, but it's a little harder to hate a dock wagon corporatist.
You
For
never.
most
Those
people.
guys. Those guys are helpful.
They save lives sometimes.
Sometimes.
All right.
Do you think? How about we take a bunch of pictures of these and upload them to Statrix, see if he can find something good.
Yeah.
Sure, at least the one. We know the Blood Rumblers. I don't know. I don't. Never heard of them. I guess they're probably another biker gang around here.
Yes.
Probably not a bridge club.
You never know. They
It
can be
would
kind
be
of
rather
intense.
ironic bridge club.
That's true. So yeah, I'm just gonna take use my glasses image link to just kind of upload all of the footage of these rings to Statrix and see if he can find anything out for us.
Yeah, of course. That's
Meanwhile,
my specialty. I'm still trying to move things over to your house though, so maybe a couple hours, so that way I can take some time to look for this.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Cool. I'll
So-
talk back at you then.
All right. Medic, what do you know about the Blood Ramblers?
Not much. Like I know their name. Beyond that, they're biker gang, as what was stated earlier. Beyond that, out of character, I haven't received anything more.
Oh.
So
4 successes? Come on. All right.
The
Well,
Blood
if,
Rumblers are a small go gang. Their colors are red and blue. They mostly accept humans. They do fight a lot with the Crack Rocks because the Crack Rocks are more of an elvish gang. So the two of them come into conflict in that way. The Blood Rumblers put on one of the top races each year in the Seattle area for the combat racing, which is called the Sea Pike Turn.
Okay.
It is known as a very deadly or bloody race, where everything is pretty much considered legal.
So victory through attrition sometimes.
Yep. And that's
Sounds like
pretty
a lot
much
of
the
fun to
only
watch.
thing that gang is known for doing, other than being a nuisance, is they put on some of the best races because they have kind of a don't give a frack attitude.
Well, I'm pretty sure we could maybe set something up to sell this ring back to them. Or
You
give it
definitely-
to them. Goodwill.
Yeah, definitely need you around for that, because if I just go over there and talk to them, I doubt they would listen very well. You seem like your kind of people.
All right.
I have an idea though. I'm gonna call one of my contacts. So Howard Shelby is a beat cop. So I'm guessing just a knight errant patrol officer.
Okay.
And I want to see if maybe he knows anything about the Blood Rumblers. He is a 2 connection, 3 loyalty beat cop.
Are you going to drop him a message or try calling him?
I'm gonna try calling him.
All right. Yeah, after a few moments. Hey, Pi, how you doing?
Howie, look, feeling good? How about yourself?
Is there an alias he probably knows you as?
He'd probably know me by Arthur. It's my sin.
Arthur. Okay. Hey, Arthur. No, it's good seeing you again. It's been a long time.
Yeah, this is gonna sound a little weird, but one of my stories is kind of interlacing with this thing. The Blood Rumblers? I have a feeling they're a gang of some kind. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, they're one of the local Seattle downtown gangs. What kind of story you working on takes you in there with them?
Well, is this whole racing thing, bikes,
Yeah.
and I was wondering if you just had any information for me, like who they run with, where they are, stuff like that.
Oh man, I hope you're careful. These guys are real serious. Mostly humans. They don't take too kindly to the metas. No offense.
Why would I take offense to that? I mean,
Um,
there's a bunch of racists.
but yeah, I mean, other than that, they're mostly a small gang. They put on a couple deadly races each year. We lose a few civilians in the crossfire normally, but they don't attract enough attention that Knight Errant cracks down on them. They stick to the northwest side, I believe, downtown.
They don't have like a particularly good or bad rep or anything like that. Just another gang.
I mean, they're a bunch of murderers, so it's a pretty bad rep, but they don't murder anybody important, so they're not of the attention, they're not to the attention of Knight Errant yet.
No, it's good. I mean, they don't like eat people, for instance.
No,
Stuff
no.
like that. Okay.
At
I
least
think
not
that
that
might
I
be
know
an
of.
issue. Oh, okay, good. Well, if I have any more questions, I'll let you know, and I'll send you usual consulting fee.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Stay safe, really though. I mean it. Those guys
Yeah.
are kind of dicks. They're an unstable bunch.
Well, I mean, you can't be a go gang in Seattle without being a little bit of a dick, right?
Truth to that. All right, we'll catch you next time.
Say hi to the kids.
Thanks.
So I'm gonna send them like 150 new yen,
All right.
and then just kind of relate to the other guys that information. So nothing too revelatory, but we have an area at least.
Yeah.
All right. Now what?
I'm
That's
kind of
my
thinking.
lead.
Go ahead.
That's my lead. So I'm just waiting on a contact to call back.
Well, maybe we just hang low until your contact calls back. No need to go doing stuff every day.
Right?
Fair enough.
Medic, did you have anything you wanted to do today?
Nope. Beyond my one out of character question, which I threw on the Skype.
Oh.
Because I wasn't too sure how we wanted to handle that.
Cool. Yeah, no, that's all fine. No, you'll keep everything that you had there.
Okay.
So you'll just have it in Seattle now.
All right. So, no. Going back in character. I just got back here from assisting my coyote friend and need to get myself reacquainted with the city. So if we're not doing anything today, I would prefer to take it easy.
It works.
Yeah, I mean it's been a busy day over past yesterday. It's exhausting. Let's go get Statrix set up in my place and yeah, just take it easy.
All right. The next 20 hours pass by pretty much uneventfully.
Okay.
Cool.
So I believe that puts us at about midnight the day after.
Sure.
Okay, let's call it then. Alice sends you a calm request. Minos.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi, how are you doing tonight? I got back
Great.
some information from our guys.
Awesome. What'd you find out?
So you
Anything?
remember? Yeah, you remember I was telling you something about an extermination?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out they're having a bit of a critter problem. Yeah, in an area here of the Seattle, and I can give you a little bit more information on it, but they want it to be kept close to the chest until we know if you want the job.
What kind of critters are we talking about?
I pressed a lot for that, but they didn't have a lot of answers for me. They're screwing with the filtration system in the old Seattle Aquarium. The bottom 2 floors were flooded, 20, 30 years ago, but some of the information stores were still good, and so they still go back into the aquarium, and the upper levels are under construction, being rebuilt.
Okay.
It looks like it's a project by the Evo Corp at this time. So they're looking for exterminators that are willing to go down into the lower levels and take care of whatever's clogging up the filtration systems.
Okay. When do they want to meet? Because I got to run this by some other people. I don't know. This seems a little weird.
It seemed a little
Especially-
weird to me at first too. That's why I wanted to get some more information. But everything seems legit on this. Evo took over the contract for the building more than 6 years ago, and they've been having problems ever since. So that part's checking out, as well as the Johnson that's working this particular angle. He's someone I've worked through before, so wasn't burned on.
Okay. Yeah.
But they're looking for
We-
people, so another team could jump on this if we don't take it quick. I mean, that part's
Okay.
up to you.
I'll have to see if they're up for it.
All right. I'll call you back if I get anything else.
Okay. I'll let you know one way or another in 10, 20.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Minos.
Yeah.
Pleasure working with you again.
Yeah. Good to see you. It's good to be back in town. So, midnight. I'll go ahead and call the gang. Start off with Medic. He's just quicker on the quick dial. Higher up. Hey, wake up.
Yeah, what's up?
I have a
What are you
boss-
calling? It's like midnight.
Yeah, it's midnight.
So what? We got a job or something?
Yeah.
Fine. Where do you want to meet?
Well, I mean, we could just take care of this over the phone. I just want to see if you're up for it. Apparently, it's an extermination job of some kind at the Seattle Aquarium. It's completely legit.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Sounds interesting.
It involves critters.
That's not that bad. Well,
Yeah.
okay, could be bad. What's worse?
Depends on what you want to call a critter.
Well, worst case scenario, it's an Abram lobster. And I don't think we have enough explosives for that.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is. Sounds bad. Okay, if you're in for it,
Heavily armored lobster. Delicious, though.
great. if you're in for it.
Oh,
I'll set up a meet and we'll get in touch tomorrow.
most definitely.
Perfect. See ya. And do the same thing. Call up Magpie. Hopefully he's up.
Yeah. You'll. Where are you, by the way?
I am at my house.
You have a house, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he'll answer the phone and you'll hear music in the background. Go for Magpie.
Okay. Sure. Hey, I got a job.
Is Minos?
Yes.
Okay.
Want me
What's the job?
Seattle Aquarium.
Oh, I love that place.
You ever been down to the bottom levels?
No way. It's closed off.
Yeah, well, you get your chance.
Ooh.
Yen?
Oh. Yeah, I look great in a wetsuit.
Wait, there's water down there?
It's an aquarium. I assume so.
Yeah, but you go to an aquarium, you don't normally get wet.
You don't normally go to the lower levels either.
Okay, fine.
I mean, that may be details you want to work out with whoever's given us the job.
We'll figure it out when we get there.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to bed. So, yeah, I'll just text her or however a inobtrusive form of communication. Just tell her we're good to go, and we'll tell them we can meet sometime tomorrow. They can pick wherever.
Okay. If you can meet tomorrow, the text comes back for midnight the following night.
Can it be sometime earlier?
That's what you text?
Yes.
She gets a text back to you. These are nighttime running people. Those are their hours. I mean,
Okay.
you could meet them. If you mean earlier, you can meet them at 4 in the morning.
It's just as bad as the other.
He's a farmer. He's not used to these hours.
Yeah. Okay, we'll just do midnight again, I guess. Yes.
Smiley emoji, poop emoji.
Poop emoji.
It's
It's
still
weird.
a thing.
Cheers.
All right. Anything else that night?
I would like to try to buy a gun.
Oh, okay. Do you have somebody that you go through for that, or are you just going down to open market?
Let me check real quick. I think I have somebody.
Depending on the weapon, there are plenty of stores here around.
Yeah, I don't actually have a good person for that. So let me see what I want to get. It's not going to be anything. It's just going to be a pistol. But Minos was right. I should have a pistol at least.
If Statrix is living at your house, he can definitely lend you one, as he likes to have 4 or 5 pistols at any given time. He really loves machine pistols.
Oh, well, do you have you have a machine's pistols, huh? Anything big?
Like the Ingram?
No, like a
Manhunter?
big pistol.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have any heavy pistols, no.
Because I'd like to try to buy a Predator
Okay.
from somebody.
I was gonna say you could get the Ingram, get yourself a Yamaha Rapier, and with a midnight meetup, you've got the beginning Shadowrun trifecta going on.
Well, I don't know how to use an Ingram, so there's
Really?
that. I assume you mean the Ingram Smart Gun X, which is a submachine gun,
Yes.
which is in the automatics category. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna see if I can find somebody selling a Ares Predator.
Yeah, it's a
So
fairly popular weapon, and Ares is in the Seattle area.
so that will be a negotiation roll versus availability 5. Um, is this a person that I can meet up with?
This is a storefront.
So like a robot or a person?
A person. We'll say it's an orc.
So I got 5 successes.
All right. Yeah, man. I've got this one. It already has the underbarrel laser sight and has the smart gun adaptations on it.
Good,
It's
good,
slightly
good.
used. I can get it for $675.
Sounds great.
You got the cash on you?
Yep.
All right, man. Sexy looking gun. It's all yours.
Thank you. Cool. 675, you said?
Yeah. Who even throw in a extra clip and ammunition for your first 150 rounds of standard?
And how would you happen to have any like very subtle holsters that match this outfit?
Smirks a little. How subtle?
Like you look and you don't see it at first, then you say, "Oh, okay, it's a different kind of bulge."
Oh, okay. He pulls out a side drawer. Says, "I think you're looking for maybe one of these," and shows you like the typical FBI underarm holster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy, he knows what I'm talking about.
I can hook you
Cool.
up. That's another 100 yen.
You got it. Cool.
You look for anything else in this? Did you want more ammo?
I may go for some different ammo some other time, but this is good for now.
Okay.
And then yeah, go back home. I was kind of envisioning like Magpie and Statrix having set up like a slumber party type atmosphere. They're watching stuff on the big like display trid on the wall.
Yeah.
It's like eating popcorn.
Blanket fort.
Yeah. Well, maybe some nice tier wine.
Oh, I'm sure he'd be into that. All right.
Yeah.
And he also doesn't have any ammo for the heavy pistols, but he does make ammunition. So, if within a few weeks he can make you the armor-piercing ammunition, if you'd like.
Yeah, and I may end up just having to go and make friends with a person to do such things. You know, like an ammo broker or an armorer.
Yeah, especially if you guys start going through ammunition.
Yeah, I don't expect to go through a lot of ammunition, but I've got 150 bullets. That should last a while.
Yeah. You'll be fine.
I hope. I hope.
Yeah, my motorcycle will go through that in a single round. All right. So, getting closer to 11 in the afternoon that same day, so another 13 hours before the midnight rendezvous, you receive a communique, Magpie. This is a communique from Albatross.
Ah. What does Albatross have to say?
Well, it's not a message, it's a phone call.
I will answer. Albatross.
Yeah, hey. Does he know you as Arthur as well?
No, he knows me as Magpie.
Oh, okay. Hey, Magpie. How's your day?
I mean, hopefully it's getting better from right now.
Oh, I severely doubt that. Nobody's tried shooting at you though.
Not today.
Well, don't get too used to that. Word out on the street is Duchess is extremely pissed about what happened yesterday, and the Hadids are also not happy.
Why are the Hadids not happy?
Well, their son was picked up last night by Doc Wagon almost dead. And the last people at the scene recorded were you and a rather tall, horned fellow.
That was the kid?
Yeah, he's an elf poser.
Well,
That's Tas Salim Hadid that was there.
we might have to have a discussion with the Hadids about how we saved their son's
Saved his
life.
ass.
Well, they don't see it that way, and I don't think Duchess is going to portray it that way, and she's the one with the only video that we know of at the moment.
Well, good news for them is I have video too.
All right. You want me to set something up?
Yeah, I think that's going to be necessary.
I'll give Kenneth a call and see what we can work out. What's a good time for you if they say yes?
I'm going to send a text message to Minos, try to figure out what's the timeline for what we're doing.
It's at midnight.
Which is, what time is it right now?
It's about 11 in the
Noon.
morning.
Oh, so tons of time. Yeah, so you know, I got a thing at midnight. Other than that, yeah, we're fine.
Oh, a thing. He kind of laughs. Yeah, no, I'll try to make it a quick meet if I can. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes.
all right. Best of luck to you, man. I'd keep your head low until then, if you know what I'm saying, because there's already numbers out on you.
That's really frustrating. Thanks, though.
No problem. Thought I'd give you the heads up. The communication ends.
So, I guess I'm gonna try to call Minos. Minos.
Yeah.
So it turns out that the guy that Romeo was beating on, that was the Hadid kid.
Okay.
And now the Hadids are mad at us because Duchess is telling them that we're the ones that near beat him to shit.
Is he alive?
I think so. Otherwise, we would probably
Why
know
isn't he
more
saying
about it. I don't know, but I want to meet up with them and kind of set the record straight.
We saved him.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Okay.
Just thought you should give you a heads up to lay low because apparently they got people looking for us.
Who?
They.
All right.
Yeah. So, you're you stick out. So think about that for a sec. Okay. All right. I'll see you later.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're giant minotaur with horns and stuff. I can't imagine minotaurs are very common metatype. Yeah.
All right.
Well. Great.
Cool.
What time did you give him as a potential meet?
Like a couple hours from then.
Okay. Yeah, a couple hours pass by. Albatross gives you sends you a communication link. It just has a node with a location in the Renton area.
Okay. Then
on
I
the
will.
Northeastern side.
I will head there in my vehicle.
All right, with anyone else?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
It may be foolhardy, but I don't want to cause
You
any
going
ruckus.
on your lonesome? Okay.
I will send him the info of where I'm going though, just so he knows.
All right. You arrive at a rather large-looking home, maybe 7 or 8 bedrooms at least. You think, since there are several windows on the front facing of it. They have one of those larger driveways that kind of curves in front of the home, and so you can fit 3, 4 cars easily in that area. You do notice that there are 2 nicer looking black sedan vehicles currently parked there.
That seems official. Okay. I will park my car and walk to the front door.
All right. As you reach the front door, the door is opened by a tall black man. Looks humanoid. He's in a fairly nice suit, higher end suit. He nods his head a little bit. We were expecting you, sir.
Good.
Kenneth
Yes.
is in the foyer. He will speak with you.
Very good.
So
Now
as
we'll
you
go
make
to the foyer.
Make your way into the indoor area. There's a large piece of glass covering this makeshift indoor garden, I guess, type foyer. And there's a small tea table where you do see Kenneth sitting down, having a nice cup of tea. Please, have a seat.
Yeah, okay. So just have a seat. Just kind of shaking my head a little bit. This is a dreadful thing, a dreadful thing.
I know, my dear fellow. Albatross has already informed me that there's been some misinformation back and forth.
Yes.
My employer wishes to settle all accounts to finality, if you understand. And we are eager to hear your point of view on what took place yesterday.
Of course. So will I be speaking with you then?
Yes.
Very good. Romeo, I assume you know Romeo,
Yes.
was in the process of beating the young Hadid severely about the face and neck while he's chained to a wall. We stopped him. I have video of it, by the way.
All right. Please download it to this node, or upload
Okay.
it to this node.
So, connect my glasses to the image link to the glasses to my comm link to their node and upload the video.
All right. You upload the video. He taps a few buttons on a small thin tablet-like device, and shows you the display of a side-by-side. Your video showing how Romeo is beating Tassalim, and then another video, what looks like from Dutch's point of view, of the 2 of you carrying the broken, decrepit body out of the elevator, and what looks like the 2 of you taking him to a car and beating him further as you try to stuff him into a car. Then Duchess comes up, says, sounds an alarm, tells you she's calling the police, and then the 2 of you run off into the distance.
Do you want me to keep rolling the video to where we actually encountered Duchess? Would that help?
Well, the side by side, so he sees both of these, and he does see Duchess in your video as well. So he's like, now you see that I'm in a situation where it's hard for me to prove which of these is more accurate or real.
Why haven't you spoken to the boy?
Well, the boy cannot speak still.
Oh. That's disturbing.
It is a possibility that he will have brain damage.
Well, I'd say fetch a mage to go digging around in there then.
Well, if there's brain damage, a mage might not be able to do much, as well as they may hurt the person more.
Oh, I don't know what they do.
My employer is very well versed in what they do. He's also very upset with the current situation. Do you have any other proof?
Any other
Any
proof?
physical evidence, perhaps?
Physical evidence. I don't. I'm kind of like sitting there, like texting Minos, like, do we have any physical evidence of what we did with the kid? We have I have a bunch more rings that Romeo had. This is quite distressing. I don't like to be besmirched in such a manner. I didn't think she would have the wherewithal or the gall to fabricate video evidence just because we cudgeled her man. Why?
The video is quite convincing. It was sold to us as an attempt for the two of you to kidnap Tassalim to pressure more money out of us.
Well, the police will have on file that we did call them. Dock wagon, anyways.
Do you have those police files? Perhaps?
I imagine the police would have them.
That doesn't mean that they'll be on public record. This
Per-
is
per-
not errant.
Perhaps my video link caught the conversation. It was very quick, very rushed. We didn't wish to be seen. You understand?
Agreed, but your video link would still be the same source that you've already provided me, which does not
Yes.
give you a second source of evidence.
Yes, but if your employers are influential, then they should be able to talk to the police and see if I did in fact make that call.
So we should discover the evidence to prove your innocence for you?
No, you shouldn't discover it. You should get access to it.
Well, then that's something we'll take into consideration. You've nothing else to provide at this time, then? Keep in mind, I'm not here to make judgments against you or to make any final decisions.
No, I
That is
understand.
left up to my employer, but I will definitely present your case on your behalf.
I would point out that we did not steal any of the young man's possessions. Is that a mark for us?
It's certainly not a mark against you, but he had no possessions on him save his pants.
Yes, well,
And
he did get
cuffs.
to leave with his life. There's that. Yes. This is troublesome. Well, I suppose I'll have to go and see if we can find anything.
I can assure you, my employer will make sure somebody pays for this, whether it is the correct or wrong party. Now, as far as we are concerned, either you and your tall, broad friend are at fault, or Duchess and Romeo are at fault.
Say, for the sake of wondering, that Duchess and Romeo were to meet bad fates. Would that satisfy your employer to the honor of the guilty party's innocence here? You catch my meaning?
Think I catch your meaning, and that you are starting to catch mine.
Very good, very good. It was always pleasant to see you, Kenneth. Much to do.
Yes, yes. Be quick about it, I hope.
Yes. Good day.
Good day.
Call Minos as I'm walking out the door. Minos,
Yeah.
Minos, we gotta find Duchess and Axer. Sorry, it's,
And we have to do what?
we gotta clean her off, clean her out. Axer, kill her, wet work.
I'm sorry. I thought you said. I'm sorry. I bad connection. I thought you said killer.
No,
But you obviously didn't say that.
no, it's metaphorically. Speak to her. You need to speak to her.
Why?
Set the story straight. I'll see you in a little bit, and I'll tell you the whole story. Be there in a few. Bye.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna head to Minos' wherever he is.
About an hour outside of town.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm driving out there, like, what the hell is this?
By about the time you fall off the grid a couple times, like, what the hell?
What is going on here? Pull up to his, I guess, a farmstead.
Yep.
Small.
Yeah. So go knock on the door.
Get inside.
And get inside.
What did you tell them?
What do you mean? What did I tell them? I told them the truth.
So how are we going from telling them the truth to killing this girl?
They have video evidence. I do air quotes.
Duly
Of
noted.
us beating up the kid and trying to throw him into the car from Duchess's point of view.
That's stupid. It didn't happen.
Oh, I forgot that didn't happen. Good thing you were here to remember that. Do you understand my problem now?
Not really.
So they're going to blame somebody and do very bad things to that person. It's either us or Duchess. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Why would we attack that kid?
Exactly. There's no reason, but we beat up Romeo, and Duchess likes Romeo, so she doesn't like us. So she fabricates this to implicate us. You following me so far?
Yeah.
So these guys, the rich and powerful Hadids, who have platinum kill team dockwagon fellas, don't like somebody. It's either going to be us or it's going to be Duchess. If we kill Duchess, they like us.
No. It doesn't have to be like that.
I'm open to suggestions.
We do nothing.
That's not one of the things that we should do. If we can convince Duchess to tell them the truth, yay! We live. How about that?
I don't think she'd be in for that.
So you understand my problem.
That's why you do nothing.
We do nothing, then we get a high threat response team sent after us and they kill us.
No. That's Dogwagon that they'd send. They wouldn't send them.
They just hire people to do it.
They hired us.
Yes, and we
So
are
they'll
not the
hire
only
more people
shadow,
like us.
but more. They have more money.
That's fine. They send one team, they're going to need that platinum Dogwagon contract. Do nothing. It'll sort itself out.
I mean, I like your confidence. It's good. What if they send the team while we're in the middle of a run though?
To the Auqarium?
Or anywhere that we do anything
That's
for
a
the
little
next
awkward.
year.
Why isn't this kid talking?
Because he's got brain damage or something.
Probably deserved it. I mean, he gets punched in the face a couple of times and now he's got brain damage.
Yeah, I don't understand. They're rich. They should have enough money to heal anything. Get him a new brain. Call Evo. I don't know.
There's more to this. It's just We got other things that we got to worry about. This
You
can
know-
come a little later.
I'm really looking forward to tonight. No complications, just killing monsters, right?
I don't know.
That doesn't
When they
make
say
me feel
critters,
better.
it could mean, you know, humans, ghouls, go-gangers.
Those aren't really critters, though. I think that's like a
Elves.
capital C kind of thing, Critters.
All look alike.
It's kind of racist. Because we're shorter than you?
No. Wait, where were we again? Anyways. We'll deal with this tonight. We can talk it over.
Do you mind if I hang out here for a while?
Yes.
You do mind.
Yes.
I see.
You can.
But you mind.
Yes.
I'll see you tonight. Where are we meeting? The aquarium? Okay, bye.
All right.
I drive home, kind of distraught.
All right.
I think I need to find some stuff. I don't know what kind of stuff we might need for going into a water-soaked hellhole. It's got to be something, right? Do I have Medic's comm number?
Yeah, he would have probably shared it to you, or at least Statrix would have.
So I'm gonna call Medic.
And this is around, what, noon now?
No, I think this is like afternoon. So like
Yeah, this would be about 2 or 3 p.m. If you had an hour meetup with them, it would be a hour and change out and then back again. So it'd be what 3, 4 then.
Okay.
Medic.
Yes, what can I do for you?
This is Magpie. Have you ever done any actual wet work?
I've done mercenary work before, yes.
No, wet work.
Yes, mercenary work tends to consist of wet work at times.
No, it's the like flooded corridors, wet work.
Oh, I was never part of a dive team. I can't say that I have, but it wouldn't take that long to at least get rudimentary training in it.
Well, I don't. Here's the thing: is I don't even know if we need full dive capabilities or if it's just kind of wet. These people won't talk to us.
Well, I think that's the kind of question you want to ask at the meet. Hopefully, you have enough time to prepare proper gear for it.
Yeah, that's the thing is I don't know if it. This your buddy Minos. He's kind of closed-lipped. He's not a sharer.
Well, we all have our ways.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even sure if tonight is the meet or if it's the job or what. So I'm gonna conference in Minos. Minos,
Yeah.
I got Medic here. Say hi.
Hello.
Hello.
What do you need?
There we go. All works.
So tonight, what do we know?
It's the meet. It's the run.
Midnight at the aquarium.
So it's the run.
Sure.
Did your person tell you what we need? Is it actual like diving? Is it just running around in
No,
the
I think
water?
we're meeting. Yeah, I didn't pay attention to all that much. I was just happy we had a job.
Okay.
So let's make the assumption that we're going to have to do some, at least be in some water at one point or another.
She would have said something if we were.
Would she though? Really?
Yeah, I think she would have.
Um, so, is there anything other than the diving gear that would have anything that was just like a water, like a breathing device, not the whole
We don't,
thing?
we don't need diving gear.
Are
I
you
mean,
sure?
you say
Yeah,
that.
because if we need diving gear, we're not taking this run.
Oh, hey,
That's how I know we're not doing it.
it's a good point. It's a good point.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just worrying too much.
Go take a nap.
That's a good idea. All right, thanks, medic.
Yep, no problem.
See you guys. So I'm gonna just like hang out with Statrix
All right.
until the appointed time.
So yeah, the rest of your day is pretty mundane. You guys are ready to go to the Seattle Aquarium that night?
Yep.
Okay. Are you all traveling in the Bulldog?
Sure.
Yeah, medic's offering.
Yeah, I think we meet up somewhere and travel there together.
Yeah.
All right.
Medic will have his big attaché case kind of rigged in the back of the vehicle.
All right. So as you guys pull up to the Seattle Aquarium, there is a large construction fence around the perimeter of the building. There's obviously a lot of construction equipment on site. Some of the roads directly surrounding the area are also being rebuilt to support larger structures and vehicles to travel and traverse this around the aquarium. Several large glass and, thick, I guess it wouldn't be glass anymore, it's the compressed aluminum, whatnot, that will form the aquarium walls and everything are in place, but up at the top story here above ground before they can be put into their final resting place. There is a entrance into the construction yard, and there are 4 members of what look like a guard or security team that are there at the entrance. One of them, as he sees the van kind of pull up towards the entrance, motions you to stop so that he can speak with you. He has a flashlight kind of aimed down at the ground.
Well, Magpie, you're up for...
Sorry, what was
So
that?
yeah, he's saying Magpie's up. So I think it's probably like them shining as medic rolls down the driver's side window, and I'm like looking over from the passenger seat, like, hey fellas, how's it going?
Having a wonderful night tonight, sir. How about yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good. Hope it stays that way.
Yeah. Are you the exterminators we were hoping for?
You got it. Yes, we are.
All right. Kind of shines the flashlight in the back of the van, looking the 3 of you over. All right. Yeah. Please proceed inside.
Thank you.
And they stand down. You pull up to the building. There's an RV, construction RV. Actually, there's probably 4 or 5 construction RVs set up in this area. But as you drive into the lot, you see an obvious parking area, and a couple people do come out of one of the construction RVs, approaching the van as if to speak with you.
So yeah, just I think I'm gonna get out. This is the parking lot you said, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So you just get out and like stretch my legs. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, having a wonderful night. How about yourselves? We're glad you could make it.
I hear that a lot these days. How can we help you?
Well, why don't you guys kind of step inside the RV and we'll show you what we've got here.
So hit the side of the van, like, come on, guys.
Okay. Yeah. Get out.
Yep, medic comes out.
They kind of just turn their backs to you, walk into the RV and whatnot. You guys all get into the RV. It's not until Minos tries to move through the doorway, because he's obviously larger than the doorway, that they all notice him, and you see the wide-eyed stares of the three individuals inside the RV as you have all three entered in. They're like, "Oh shit."
Am I able to fit inside?
Yeah. Actually, inside the ceiling goes to 8 feet, which I believe you're right near, aren't you?
Yeah, old horns.
He's probably
you have to crouch
hunched.
a little,
Yeah.
because your horns probably extend up higher than your actual height, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, guys, come on, be polite.
Go outside.
Oh, yeah, of course. Outside works. Then you go outside.
So what are we dealing with here?
Here's the video feeds that we can show you, as well as the blueprints that we have available to us for the lower levels, is what we knew them before the incident. So about 24 years ago, there was a large underwater earthquake in this area that pushed a section of the Puget cliff into the bay and cracked our underwater aquarium, our 2-level underwater aquarium. Now, this is back when it was under private ownership. Since then, our company has taken ownership. About 6 years ago, our company took ownership, and we've been working on reconstructing this for research and societal services ever since then. Recently, within the last 3 to 4 months, we've been having some serious issues with our filtration system. And I can show you why here. He pulls up a video. You see what looks like... now, the filtration systems are obviously all underwater. So that will answer one of Minos' questions right there.
Nope.
And they have what looks like from the Alien movies, like that carapace stuff that they put on people once they capture them. It looks like that over the filtration system with eggs about the size of ostrich eggs that are kind of stuck to this. Maybe 6 to 12. And most of the filtration systems have this like weird bio netting covering them. Like in some ways, it almost looks like an have you ever seen like how octopus lay eggs and they hang from the top of the cave there? Only these aren't hanging so much as they're stuck to the sidewall. But it is kind of that slimy looking mess underwater that just gently floats there along the filters.
So I'm like nodding, and I put point at the screen. I'm like, well, here's your problem.
Yes, we're well aware. Unfortunately, we're not sure what's causing this. Now, it's been suspected that these do look like snake eggs, although these are really large for any type of saltwater snake that we're aware of at this time.
I've never seen a snake do that, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it's something more than a snake. Now, big fella here is gonna have a big problem with diving, if that's what part of this is suggesting. Is that part of the job?
Well, we do need the filters cleaned. You were aware that the lower levels are off limits because they're submerged underwater after the earthquakes, right?
Slowly like, backing away from the. Yep. That is a problem. That is a problem. Well, it sounds like you should have got better filters. Maybe some aquatic drones. Maybe some good investment.
Maybe something that includes the word megaton.
Hope you guys. Best of luck to you, fellas.
They have some questioning looks passing back and forth between them.
Can you drain those lower levels?
Say what?
Can you drain those lower levels?
Well, that's kind of what the filters were supposed to help with, but they can't drain because they're clogged up. So they were pumping water out.
Just pull the filters.
Just pull the filters. Medic, to your question, yes. There is a creature known as the freshwater snake, which can grow up to about 17, 18 meters. And then there's a saltwater variant, which grows up to about 25 to 30 meters.
Nope.
Man
So-
kind of taps his chin. It's like, definitely a snake.
we have rebreathers for you, if you needed.
How
Did you want to
much?
discuss the cost?
How much do
the
you think
fee?
it would cost to build a new aquarium? Just a brand new one, nice, big, maybe next to the market.
I don't think I understand.
Just call this one a loss. No, nothing.
Oh dear, no.
Yep.
We thought we
No.
were hiring exterminators. You can do this, yes? We
I
just
do
need
have
the
a-
filters cleared.
So just clearing the filters.
Yeah. There's 12 of them.
And you've got rebreathers.
They should provide you with 20 minutes of air on each trip. You can return to the surface. Parts of the second floor are not flooded, so you can surface in the lower levels and in certain pockets of air and whatnot. The filters have been working for a few years prior to this.
Out of character, where is the aquarium? Like next, like distance from water wise.
It is directly on the Puget Sound. The aquarium, like the section that would have the dining, the gift shop, some of the, um, other attractions for people, that extends up 3 floors, and it actually and then it lengthwise extends out over the Puget Sound, over the bay, and the Puget Bay has a very large shelf there. Like it's just a few feet deep for several hundred yards, and then it has kind of a drop off. But the earthquake caused that shelf to collapse in places, and one of those places is right where this aquarium extended 2 stories down into the water, kind of right near that shelf.
Yeah.
And this is what's caused the crack.
Easy solution. Really big bomb. Just blow out that whole section. Just let the water drain back. Yeah, it's easy. Snakes go out to the sound.
Billions of
solved.
dollars have already been invested in this. So I
Billions.
don't believe those are realistic options.
Yeah. I'm thinking
So
you
I'm-
guys maybe hire a new contractor because that sounds like
I'm
way
just
too
gonna
much
say
money.
what everyone else is thinking. How much is this gonna pay?
Better be a lot.
Well, how much do you think it's worth then?
You said billions, so I don't know.
We're a drop in the bucket compared to that.
That's
50,000.
what we were hoping.
Whoa, that's a lot of money.
Eh. Underwater, 30-meter snakes.
How much did you say?
50,000?
You see the expressions on their eyes pass back and forth a little bit. Yeah, that works.
I mean, each?
Each.
Yeah.
That works. He just kind of writes it down, takes a note. 150,000 yen. That's very acceptable. We can
Is
ensure
there a
the
time
credits are
frame?
transferred to your account before morning. When can you get started?
Wait, what?
What just happened?
Yes, no, this is
Right.
perfectly acceptable. That's our usual fee. Well, we can get started within 24 hours, I'm sure.
We just have to gather the appropriate gear.
The sooner the better. And nobody can see you
Great.
making your way to and from the grounds here. It's
Of
all very
course.
hush-hush. You'll also need to sign these non-disclosure contracts. It's all typical stuff. You can go over it.
I'll have my attorney take a look at it.
There's hazard pay involved, right?
If you should perish, then your companions would receive your sum of the money, unless you wish for it to go to another benefactor.
Okay.
And I assume
Each of
lifetime
you are given
memberships
an
to
individual
the
contract.
lifetime memberships to the aquarium, of course.
Yes, of course. If you wish to come back, you may.
I'm swimming with a manatee. I don't care what any of you say.
They still have the Ferris wheel.
Well, in this scenario, you'll be swimming with the snake. A
So
rather
yeah, it
long
looks like we're
snake.
going underwater.
Well,
I need to do this more often. I think
So
I'm a born. I think
I'm
I'm a
a
born
diver,
leader,
negotiator.
negotiator.
That's where our problem has been. We didn't understand our paradigm. You're the face,
Yeah.
clearly. So I'm going to get into some negotiations with them, like with this contract. Life insurance payouts and expenses. There's a per diem involved. You gotta have food costs, paying for fuel. All of the standard caveats to the contract.
Yes. Yes, you meek out about another 5,000 yen in expenses, insurances, things like that for the short term. Now, the 50,000 per interested party, you receive 12,000 yen up front. The rest will be done upon completion of the job. And remember, all 12 filters must be cleared.
Yeah. Okay.
I was trying to think it wasn't enough.
Well, they did say yes awfully quick.
You're like,
So
we're getting such a deal. And they're like, oh my God, we're getting such a deal.
If they all die, we don't have to pay anything.
Right?
Well, I mean, we're into that territory now of where we each get $50,000. It'd just be easier to kill you both.
I mean, you're not wrong. It's kind of cynical to say that, but sure.
Well,
I mean-
you have us help you with the job. Once everything's clear, then you kill us both by snake accident.
Yeah.
Crushed to death by constrictor.
Yeah. Never seen that
So
before.
you said 12,000?
12,000 up front per person, which comes out of your 50.
Okay, well, we need some more information on these snakes. So, oh gosh, does anyone here know how to dive?
You wanted this.
I wanted this.
Well, we have 24 hours at least. It looks like we don't have a time frame. We could go for, if those who are interested, go for less than 2.
I mean, we got to. I don't even know if I know how to swim. If I've ever
Well, you
done
don't
that.
have a time frame. The construction crew will constantly call you if you're not back like that next night. But they do stress to you during the negotiations how time sensitive and critical this is, because the filters are an important part of the system for them to be able to clear those lower levels, and that's what they're hired to do here. So if you guys take a month to get this job done, then you've set back their construction by a month.
At least one rating swims will be enough that none of us will drown to death, hopefully.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's not that easy.
Did Minos and I get any of the final karma for the end of that run?
I thought I handed out karma at the end of last week. Did I?
It was you got 3.
3?
I
Okay.
just didn't want to.
Yeah.
If that was the end of it or not.
Yeah, I'll give out more at the end of tonight's session.
So now I'm put in the position if I want to train swimming or diving.
I don't think 50,000 is enough.
Well, we kind of are having said yes. RV.
Well, I'm not going to force you to have signed the contracts. The contracts do look good, though. They look legitimate, legal, binding, solid. And this
So-
is
so
definitely
maybe-
a job through the Evo Corporation, although nobody will come out and acknowledge it.
Yeah, so like maybe we're like outside the RV, sitting there like looking at each other with these contracts in hand, like that's 50,000 credits each. Million.
Does anyone know anyone that does this for a living?
I don't think so.
Doing underwater work? I have some ties to a mercenary company that I used to work with at one point or another. Not sure if they have anyone that's dive qualified. They most likely do.
Hey, Statrix, can you find out how dangerous these snakes are?
They're 30 meters
What
long.
snakes? 30-meter long snakes?
Yeah, they're freshwater snake.
Or saltwater?
We're
We don't know.
We're encountering a saltwater variant of them.
Huh.
Those snakes are kind of familiar.
What are they called?
I don't remember you giving
Big
me the name.
snakes?
Oh,
Well, I mean,
big
if you
snake.
if
All right. No, I can look
Mate-
that up.
Matrix search 25-meter snake, ostrich-sized eggs, I mean, you might get something.
Yeah. No, let me see what I can find. How
Well,
long
here's
do you guys wanna give him?
well, while we're talking, just set him to that task. Here's the thing, Minos. Blue whales are really big too, but they're not all that dangerous. I mean, they're extinct, but they were really big.
Yeah,
worst case
that's not
scenario-
gonna. That's not.
That doesn't make you feel any better.
No.
You're really big.
I'm gonna say your bird strength would probably serve the best under the water, because if that snake tries to wrap you around, you can just bulk out and give it a heck of a time trying to
Medic, how
wrap
much do
around
you weigh?
significantly less than you.
No, I mean like how much you weigh.
Oh, he's shy.
80, 90 kilos. 110.
I'm actually just doing the mental math. Stand by.
I was about
Processing.
to say, do you have aluminum bone lacing? Because
No.
I know a Minotaur that has
I'm
bone
an adept.
lacing. I'm
These-
wondering how
these-
much this Minotaur is going to weigh with aftermarket parts.
go.
hey, at least then he just has to walk.
Yeah, he doesn't have to.
He
doesn't
doesn't
have
need to swim.
Just normal movement.
Getting him up though, if they have stairs or some sort of access method, he'd be able to just
These
walk
floors
down
were
down
supposed
without
to be
How about
accessible
hiring a-
by the
How about hiring a bunch of gangers for 1,000 million each?
public.
Like 50 of them.
That's lacking discretion.
Yeah, I have a feeling
Ah.
they dislike that very much.
Well, we can punch them a couple of times, and that way they won't remember.
The point is, we're not supposed to be seen coming into and out of the site. So, you know, a bushel of gangers, it's not going to work
What
really
about a
well.
drone?
We
I feel like
definitely-
if that was the easy solution, they would have done it by now. But I agree. I like the thought process.
what we might have to do is do a combination of drone and personnel, because the drones may not lack the physical strength required to separate the eggs from the filter. Let alone,
Well-
do we have to even separate the eggs from the filter? Can we just destroy the eggs?
I imagine so. We just need to clear the filter, right?
Nobody asked you to take or keep the eggs, so bring them back or anything like that.
Yeah.
They just want the problem gone.
And I know from personal experience, you can get most of your equipment modified to work underwater without a problem. And we do have a hefty chunk of change to work with, or if you're one of those, I don't want to have to maintain my gun. I think the Brits have a wonderful toy.
You're forgetting the underwater port, though.
Oh yeah, no, this was designed to operate underwater. It shoots little rockets.
Mm.
I think they call them like gyrojet pistols or something.
Well,
Those are designed to operate underwater, but
so maybe
That's if we're taking this job.
yeah.
I've never done anything like this before, guys. It's
It'd be good it would be a good boost for a rep, at least in the corpse.
and our bank accounts.
Yeah.
The corporatists bring out glasses of water or lemonade, coffee, whatnot for you guys as you discuss it. They try to be as welcoming and honest with you as they can within the guidelines of their company structure. Like what?
Yeah, they're screwing us over at
proprietary
50,000
information they can
apiece.
give you.
Of course, they're gonna try to be nice.
Of course.
But yeah, within about an hour, Statchix gets back to you, Magpie.
Okay.
All right, I got some great news and I've got some terrible news. Which one do you want first?
Terrible news. Absolutely.
All right, you're not the first group of people to try this. Looks like they've burnt through 2 other groups of runners and 1 group of legitimate exterminators prior to you guys in the last 4 or 5 weeks.
I say no.
Almost a dozen people have gone missing on this job. You
Yeah,
want the good
this-
news?
Yeah.
Maybe.
There is some research on this type of snake. The lead researcher was actually located at the Seattle Aquarium, where he met an untimely death. So
Was it
you're in
snake
the-
related?
Bye, snake.
I'm not exactly sure. There's no record here on that, but I do find it a bit suspicious, as it sounds like you do too. But you're in the best place to get information on these snakes, since the data
you
should
say-
be there in their computers.
Did you say that was the good news?
That is the good news. Information on these snakes is right there next to you.
Well, if we know what the snakes dislike, that would make this job significantly safer.
Well, I guess here's another question. How powerful can an aquarium's host be anyways?
Well, it's an
An
Evo
aquarium
aquarium
host.
now.
Oh, I guess that's a good point.
Yeah.
Well, they might not have had time to upgrade it, though. You could look at it. Is there any harm looking at the host?
No.
Heck,
no harm.
maybe we can ask for permission, because there's information like basic research has mentioned that there was a person studying said snakes. Can we get access to that content? Can we get access to those files?
You're asking the construction people now, the corporatists?
No, I'm just asking the team through DNI as is that a safe
We can
thing?
ask. I say we ask them.
Worst case
Yeah.
scenario, they say no, and we retrieve it
We
ourselves.
do it anyways. Yeah.
I popped my head in the trailer or the RV. Hey guys.
Yeah.
Hi there. So the professor that died, who knows about these things?
One
Can
of
we
them
get
chokes
access
on
to
his
that?
lemonade.
You
We're
okay,
hiring professionals.
buddy?
How did you hear about that?
We're professionals.
This isn't our first rodeo, buddy.
Yes, Dr. Simmons.
So Dr. Simmons, his research, can we get access to that?
Dr. Simmons' research is proprietary information under the discretion of the Evo company. We're not
Right.
at liberty to be able to give that information away.
Okay, you want the bottom part of your aquarium back, right?
If you want access to that information, you can try contacting the Evo Corporation.
Who am I talking to right now?
We're a subsidiary contractor of them.
Well, you want to give me a number I can call? Like, we're trying to help you guys out here.
Yeah.
We already signed an NDA. I don't understand what the issue is.
Oh, you did sign the contract?
I mean, we're going to, if we do it, we haven't signed. Like, we would be signing the NDA.
Okay. All right. Well, he does give you the contact information for the for a anonymous source through the Evo Corporation. This is a member of our legal team that should be able to assist you with any questions that you have.
Got it. Shark Lawyer. Let me give him a call.
I'll say his name is Hank.
Hank Esquire. And I will start the call, linking Medic into the call. And probably Statrix too, just so you can see what's going on.
Yeah. It's hard to tell. Statrix is already protecting some of the communications for the group, like the comm links. So he's actually normally probably snooping in on your communications.
Okay.
But in a good way.
Yeah. He's a very curious type, and he gets really bored now. Yeah. So you contact Hank. Hello.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a Hank Esquire.
Yes, this is he. I believe you are the exterminators.
Potentially, yes. We have some addendums, some questions.
I'll see what the corporation can provide.
Evidently, the foremost leading expert on these creatures has perished, but he did research on them, and it seems to me that it's probably something useful in there. And we were wondering if we could get access to it, or at least the relevant bits.
Preferably things that the snakes have been noticeably disgusted by or actively avoided, if any of that research exists.
Do you have... so, Medic, are you speaking in on the call then, or...
Yes.
Okay. Do either of you have a... I know you have a negotiation, Magpie, but do either of you have, like, a corporate etiquette that might help as well?
I have etiquette, but
Okay.
as far as, you mean like a knowledge skill?
Yeah, like
And
a
I have etiquette as
specialization.
well.
What was
No, I
that
do
again,
not, but
Medic?
I do have parazoology.
Yes, that did help, actually, already.
Not this corp.
Okay. All right, do you want to make a negotiation roll then to try to get some of this information out of him?
I would like to do that. He can't smell me, so there's that. But this is the first time that I am speaking with this gentleman. Okay, negotiation. 2. 6 successes.
Holy crap, wow. Yes. Well, given the nature of this research, if a Dr. Simmons did ever work for the Evo Corporation, to which, of course, I do not acknowledge that he ever did, then
course.
such research would also be the proprietary information of Evo and would be considered protected under our rights. But where we can see this speeding up the recovery of our satellite building there, I can see how this would be in the best interest of our corporation to fill you in on some more of the details that may have accidentally come into our handling since our procurement of the Seattle Aquarium. Of which, of course, we take no responsibility for anything.
No, of course not. I mean, you're just doing business.
You required specific information as to the debilitations of the animal in question.
Yes.
The research that Dr. Simmons was working on, correct?
Yes, I believe that would be helpful.
All right. This will take just a few moments, but I will link you a secure node that the Evo Corporation uses. You will have a single login command or a single login line and given access to this node for the next 24 hours. This will be acceptable, yes?
So I, kind of like mute the sound real quick. Looking at Minos, we can get access to the guy's research. It's either we accept the job now or we back out.
You're the face.
Yeah, but you're what's getting hit.
Well, this research is going to
Uh,
this is going to give us an edge over all the rest of the teams. Worst case scenario, we have some pay data.
okay.
Yeah, but that's stealing from Evo Corp, and that might be even deadlier than going into this aquarium full of deadly snakes.
Fair enough, but this research, regardless, is going to give us an edge.
Listen, Minos, I'm not doing this if you don't want to do it.
I didn't have any plans.
All right. So get back to the com. Like, all right, we're in. So let's take a look at this data. We'll parse it out, and we'll see what we can do with it.
All right. Once the contracts are signed, the node becomes available to you.
All right. So yeah, sign the contract.
All right. Minos, you do as well.
What happens if we don't complete?
We'll be dead, so it's no big deal.
Well, what does it say in the contract?
In the contract, should you not be dead, but you also do not clear all of the filters, then you take a cut to your end fee.
Depending on how many filters are cleaned. Okay,
Depending on how many
that's fine.
filters. Yeah.
Oh, that's not that
In
bad.
fact, if it's like you just take the job and you don't clear any of the filters, you end up owing them money. So,
Okay,
Mm-hmm,
like 12,000.
12,
Yeah, that's how much we
50,
just got, right?
We'll say that they're worth about 6,000 apiece. So if you cleared none of them, you would owe them 10,000. 22,000 since they lent you the 12,000 up front.
Okay.
So worst comes to worst, we just clear a few and pay our way.
Yeah, if you clear, half of them, you'd make more than your money, your fair share, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
All right. Diving time.
So, guys, I think we should probably buy a Proteus Crake drone. It's in Rigger 5. It's like a little squid thing. It's an aquatic drone.
Okay.
It seems like it would be really good. Like, we literally just guard the drone while it clears the stuff with its plasma torch.
Yes.
Okay.
You know? I'm down for this video game minigame. So, it's 10,000, and so I figure we go, three-way on it with our starting money, and that's a pretty good investment.
We're also going to need something heavy.
Well, when you say that, what do you mean? Because you are also heavy.
Yeah, but we need some heavy weapon of some kind.
Okay.
I could give a friend of mine a call.
Like
See if he has anything that would.
cannon.
Yeah, but the
Underwater
problem
cannon.
being, you have to get them either built or customized to operate underwater.
I'm most interested in how the monofilament whip would work underwater.
I am also curious about that.
Because if it's thin enough to cut molecules, wouldn't it ignite the water everywhere around you where it passed through?
That doesn't seem like a thing that would happen. It would probably just float around really weird, my guess. I don't know. Guess we'll find out.
I
Or
wonder.
hopefully not.
Well, since we're doing a corporate job, maybe we can leverage their networks to get us the gear we need faster.
Yeah, like say, hey, we'll pay for it, but if you give us access to sweet Evo merchandise,
It doesn't have to be Evo. It could be anything that they, I don't know, misplaced into their possession.
Do you still wish to speak with Hank the lawyer then on this, or?
yes, I believe so.
All right. Evo
Hank.
Corporation does have several different subsidiaries that we merchandise through.
Excellent.
What were your interests? And I can cross-reference to see what's available to you.
Well, as
make
well
a
you
note.
can imagine, we will need weapons that function in an aquatic environment.
Weaponry is not one of Evo's actual products. Weaponry is not something that Evo typically does, unless it's like flesh modification or something like that, cyber modification.
Or trips to Mars.
They do that as well, yes.
Then we will need a great deal of genetically modified murder eels. Just a whole vat full of those, I think.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't one of your subcontractor or subsidiaries, words are hard today, handle have the tools to do rapid modifications on existing equipment?
Typically, yes.
So you guys may not sell the firearms, but you do have the ability to do the modifications required for us to make them function underwater, correct?
I believe that's something we can do for you, yes.
That's not bad.
We'll definitely take that option.
The weapons would not be as usable above water, or out of water.
Right, we get special gear for this purpose, I'm guessing.
Well, through DNI towards
It looks like there's a mod that you can do, the extreme underwater environment modification.
Yep, that's the angle.
500 million plus a logic and armor roll, and then an hour. So it's something that, if we know an armorer, they can take care of it. We don't need the corp to take care of it.
No, that's to service. Every 100 rounds, you have to service the gun.
Oh.
And the servicing costs 500 plus an hour. It's to get the extreme modification is like, I think it's 1,800 for rating 1 and double that for rating 2, which is the one that operates underwater.
Okay.
Just let me double check that. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, sorry, it's 1,500. So you're looking at 30 to bring it up to level 2. And then, servicing is every 100.
Okay.
What's neat is we can buy it, and guess what? If we ever go into space,
It'll still work.
yeah, we'd have a gun that would operate in space.
Can I
As
go ahead
well
and
as
say right
every
now that we don't
number
go into space? I
An
would have
hour
thought
ago, we weren't going underwater.
you're right. I'd like to say I don't want to go to space.
And the neat thing is, worst case, if we choose to keep the weapon, we keep the weapons. We have weapons that can serve us in no matter what environment we fight in.
Now we can say, hey, if you need something killed underwater, we're your guys.
Yeah.
You'll only take underwater missions after this.
No, that's no. I'm trying to think what would be. So can we look at this data to find out what we're going up against?
Oh, yeah.
What the hell is this thing?
All right, you guys dive into it. This is obviously something that has come about after the awakening, a new species. This is a saltwater serpent, which is basically like a sea snake, except they do grow anywhere from 20 to 30 meters at full adulthood. Now, Dr. Simons has about 2 years of study on these animals, and in those 2 years, he did not successfully witness or um, document any reproduction from the animals. So he wasn't sure. He didn't have a lot of information on sexes, like male, female, or if they have more than that, if they produce asexually, or how that works. So there's nothing about eggs in the research, except to suggest that since they are like other snakes, they may reproduce through eggs. Past that, for what they eat, they pretty much eat anything smaller than them, mostly fish, right? They do have a very poisonous gland above two retractable fangs, or extendable fangs, and they do have along the sides of their body these very short yet thick and spiky hairs. Now, these hairs each act as like a little like almost like a jellyfish tentacle. It has like an auto injector needle that jumps out of this tube-like hair extending off the sides of these snakes. So about every foot, they've got one of these 4 to 6 inch hairs, and if you get stuck with it, it will also release a toxin, a neurotoxin, in their victim. So the snakes like to rapidly rush up, bite the creature that they're hunting, and then coil themselves around it, injecting the neurotoxin that will quickly sedate or paralyze their intended meal.
Well, that's
they
awful.
mostly propel themselves through the water because of their snake-like body, but also at the end of their tail they have it's somewhat modified itself into a vertical flipper. It's just very small for the body of the snake, but it is somewhat of a vertical flipper. Kind of a thin membrane. They don't have any known underwater predators. Now, he does have video of one that was dead. It doesn't show how it died, but there were other creatures feasting on it after it had died, so it is like a snake corpse. Like anything underwater, all of the bottom feeders and sharks and other things like that will start to feed on it. And in some of the pictures or video of these creatures, they can also sometimes have, like how whales have those suction cup marks on them. This is a big enough creature that it too can have some of those suction cup marks on it if it fights with large enough squid or octopus, which is another food that it probably eats.
So, as we're going through this data, and I getting Satrix access to it too, he can probably look through it faster than we can. But looking for vulnerabilities, dislikes, things like that may deter them from attacking, or particular spots on their body that can be murdered.
Now, like most snakes, it does have a scale-like structure, but because it's an underwater snake, it's not necessarily like just across the top or just across the belly. So
Right.
the scales are strongest around the head and neck of the creature, and mostly they go along the sides of the snake, along where those neurotoxin bristles are, kind of like an additional support for them. On the very top of the snake and at the belly of the snake, he does lose a bit of its discoloration, and the skin is a bit thinner in this area. So it does have a small amount of body fat for a sea creature of its size. It tends to be a nighttime hunter, and it tends to be closer to the surface than most snake creatures. So it'll dive back down a little bit lower during the day, and then it will come back up during the night to hunt closer to the surface or the top 25 meters of the ocean. As far as dislikes, they don't like mess with pack animals like packs of sharks, things like that would obviously be dangerous to this snake. So that would be a dislike.
Hmm. All right, so let's kind of start thinking about how we're going to tackle this.
Oh yeah,
I
and as far as
definitely-
pack mentality, he did have two snakes that seemed like family members, or perhaps that they were going to mate or something like that, because he had two snakes that seemed to be working together almost, and then another snake that he studied that was solitary to his knowledge. So to his knowledge, he believes that they are either small pack hunters or solitary creatures.
Maybe mating pairs or something.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The neurotoxin the paralytic is not a chemical solution that's known prior to this, so there's very little studying done on it. But this is probably where Evo was centering most of their attention around.
Yeah.
Hence the study of this creature.
May I roll parazoology, see if I can glean anything more out of it?
Yes.
Seems like what that skill's made for, almost.
I'm going to use a point of edge. Because I get to roll 5 more dice.
Seems good.
I
Oh,
capped
wow.
out at 7.
That's pretty
Yep,
good.
That's your max, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So, all right. Working through the research information, you determine like optimal temperatures that keep the snake happy, things like that. As far as the neurotoxin and the poison, you might be able to come up with I don't want to say an antidote, but something that would delay the poisonous effect. So if you were injected with the neurotoxin, instead of taking and paralyzing your body within seconds, you could set it up, something that should keep you protected, so that way you would have minutes until you started to feel the effects of the paralysis.
All right.
Seems useful.
I'll kind of make notations and kind of jot things down, and then throw it over to Magpie through DNI, going.
And that
See
is
if
a
they have
serious looking
screaming
poison
sis-
as well, not just the
Yeah.
neurotoxin. The poison also looks rather dangerous, to your knowledge.
Yeah. And kind of like have that all kind of done up and tossed over to Magpines. See if we can get them to. I don't have the tools to synthesize this counter agent, but this is going to be the much needed edge.
As far as
And-
weaknesses, your best bets are away from the head, where the skin is thinner, in the top or the belly of the creature. It can be cut open. It has organs, so it can take. It has 2 hearts, only 1 chamber for the stomach.
So we continue.
I was going to say, is this a creature that is armored, or is this just like snake scales, where it's like just scales?
It is snake scales, more like scales, but that would be considered probably like a light armoring.
Okay.
Especially underwater.
So these things can be easily killed. We
They
just have
can
to
be
get
easily
the
punctured, yeah.
yeah. Well, we just
like
have
a
to get
human
the
can.
catch
They
on
can be
them.
punctured. If you are trying to puncture them around the head or something like that, you just might need a more serious knife. And because you're underwater, it's harder to thrust with stuff like that. So that's why around their head they're a little bit more armored. It's also where they attack other creatures from, so they need a little bit more armor around their head for that protection.
Yeah.
Can't we call like a shaman or something and have him like talk to them?
That's an interesting way to go at it.
Yeah. But what kind of shaman would be willingly going underwater for that?
No, they can do it from a distance, right?
I don't know. I may be magic, but I'm not. I don't.
So
do
we
the
find one of
right
the
way.
really ardent magic people, and we say, we're gonna have to put old Sally Serpent down if we can't get her out of there.
Yeah, animal rights activist shaman.
Yeah, and he'll do it. They'll do it for free.
So is there a PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Awakened Animals?
Or
Yes,
like
in
a rescue
Seattle.
shelter.
In Seattle, most definitely, there's the PDA.
So yeah, I think that's probably a good.
Protection for awakened animals. PETA.
Yeah,
The only problem is discretion.
it's a fair point.
So
Maybe we could get one of them to make us like an alchemy preparation
we're
to.
looking at buying a assault cannon and having it converted to underwater use. It's not very discreet.
It's very discreet if you're underground and no one can see you shooting it.
That's true.
See, what I'm thinking is like we talk to one of these like a mage and get them to make us potions that make us smell like nothing, maybe, or like something they wouldn't attack.
Okay, I like it. You want to
Because-
test it?
Well, I mean, we are going to test it. We have to go down there. It just seems like we want as much stuff as we can while we have the chance to prepare. Okay, so we're definitely going to need weapons customized for underwater use.
Yes.
What about any equipment we're going to need other than like a respirator? Do we want to get serious diving equipment or just rely on that?
They'll have it.
I would rather be able to stay. Like the respirators will give us 20 minutes for each dive. That might not be our best option, especially if we're doing this at night. There's surface hunters.
Why do we have to do it?
More
at night?
time we spend deep, the better, the safer we will be.
Why don't we do it in the day? As you said, we're
Oh yeah, we have that option. Though the problem with day is they're going to be deeper.
great. We're not charged with taking care of them. We're charged with cleaning the filters.
Question: are the filters deep or shallow? Actually, we
they
have the
extend both.
schematics.
Yeah,
So
you have the schematics. They're located. 6 are located on the first floor. 6 are located on the second floor in the deeper chamber.
there we go. We do it in two dives.
Yeah.
So we do the day. We do on the daytime. We'll clear the top ones, and then at night we'll do the lower.
Yep.
Okay, so thought we get a buoyant something system that's an air system that we can go up to. We don't have to resurface. So we just, like an air tank, we take around with us so that we can breathe underwater with that.
Like what is that? A Da Vinci's bell?
Something like that, or like maybe it's a drone, like it's got a customized giant internal like air system that it's
A
like
scuba drone.
it's a scuba drone, right? It's just a scuba setup that pilots itself following us around, so we don't have to worry about how to set up the whole thing on us.
And I don't think we're going more than 200 meters, are we?
No.
Well, this is all like in corridors that people were in, right?
For the most part, yes. Well, the because this extended down into 2 stories under the water, like the full 2 stories of this was walled off, keeping the ocean out of these 2 floors, and that way people could walk down into like this large auditorium and be surrounded with the actual live ocean on all sides of them.
Yeah.
That was the original intent.
So probably no more than like 20 meters.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we buy a couple of these drones, the Crake to actually clear the filters while we protect it, the air drone to weird kind of thing that we just have following us around, giving us
You
air.
can carry spare tanks.
Yeah, but
Well, and like a basic tank, if you're picking up a enclosed breathing helmet, lasts an hour.
yeah, we can carry tanks, but we're also going to be carrying guns. Do you want to carry one or the other?
You can carry both.
We can have the tank strapped to the Kraken.
A steel
No
tank.
need to
I mean,
no need to
how do-
spend extra money on drones when we can utilize the drone that we're going to have.
That's true.
And there's nothing saying we can't prep things before when we do our initial dive. Bring tanks down, drop them, come up, prep the Kraken, bring the Kraken out, execute it. We have air, extra ammo already on standby for us. We don't have to do it all at once. We prep beforehand, set things up. The more things we can do before we start the cutting, the better our situation could be.
It's true. All right, well, start thinking about stuff. I'm going to make a couple calls, see if we can get this stuff going. I don't know. I don't know who Proteus AG is.
Well, so we can go through. We'll see if the Evo people can get it. If they have the networks for it, because it is a forbidden item. They're probably the people who have the best chance getting it without too much questions.
In what book?
This is in Rigor 5.0. On page 136 is the stats for it. It's a 18F item. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they are our best bet to get this kind of stuff, but I feel like this is definitely going to give us a leg up on what we're trying to do. So what is the stuff that you're going to need, Minos? Guns and such?
Panther assault cannon, or equivalent.
Okay.
Ammo. A large knife for backup.
Panther assault cannon is... Oh, it's only 20F. Nobody...
You said
Yeah,
it was
it's
page
not-
136 for the drone.
Yeah, so if you look on page 136, the Proteus Crake. So the Panther is it's 43,000 million. That's going to take a while to get, unless these guys
That's
just have one
probably
laying
not going
around.
to be able to get that.
Yeah.
That's
So-
20F. That's not going to be able to get that. While we're at it, maybe, a Stinger surface-to-air missile.
Well, I mean, that wouldn't serve us very well underwater.
No, see, you turn it around, and now it's an air-to-surface.
If you turn it around, you're going to blow us up. Come on, man. Think about it.
Never mind.
I know. Yeah, getting that assault cannon is going to be quite the do. Maybe what other gun would suit you better, or is that your heart's desire?
GE Vindicator.
So let's put together a shopping list, I guess. See if we can see what we can convince them to let it help us get.
I don't think we need to go through them.
Okay. I think you are muted, Medic. Not?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Oh.
I know we can't use them for that, but we can definitely use them to get the modification done quickly.
Yeah, so yeah, they might be able to modify it, but we're going to have to actually find the stuff we want. But I'm definitely going to be taking the next day to learn to swim.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting swimming and diving lessons.
So, like buying a tutor soft or something.
I was just going to book a teacher.
Oh man, it's going to be awesome seeing us at like the Seattle YMCA and in our floaties.
That's just what I was thinking of.
And Magpie definitely has the nose of sunscreen. Perfect.
So the level 1 skill rating, I believe, can be learned in, what was it, 4 to 8 hours?
Yes, it's less than a day, I think.
Less than a day. Okay. So you guys want to go take a day class? Minos, did you want to?
I guess.
Well, probably rudimentary dive lessons too, if need be.
Well, can't afford that.
I can swim.
Well, then you can then it's like, okay, so you take dive lessons.
I went
Okay.
diving. Swimming, no problem. Diving.
Diving is using all the specialized equipment. Swimming is just not drowning.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going for here. And it's not going to look good anyways.
This can be used for diving, swimming underwater, and holding your breath.
And I guess I don't really know what the difference is for each one.
Let me.
Swimming
Well,
is
swimming
just swimming.
determines the distance your character can swim.
So I went
Your
diving.
bodies, as well as treading water.
You need to know how to swim too. You
Well,
need
I can
both.
get I can get one or the other.
Just
Well,
a skill of one.
Can you default on diving? That's the ultimate question.
You can default on swimming a lot easier. Because it would be athletics.
Well, neither one of them are going to be good for me.
Let me see if diving is something that can be defaulted.
They both can.
Okay. So, I don't know. Take a point into whatever is your weakest. Is probably my best bet.
My body's 3 and my strength is 2, so they're both terrible. So I'm going to put a point in swimming. We'll see
Yep.
what happens.
Because then you have 3 for swimming, 2 for diving. But the thing is, like with diving, I'm sure Minos and Medic can assist you with what needs to be done, or we can just give you a little, just pull you along underwater.
Okay, so
When you're down 40 meters,
just
you
kind of
get a
pull me
little
along.
freaked out. Your lizard brain kicks in. No one's going to hear you scream.
Glub, glub, glub. Nope, the fish might.
No, Statrix will.
Yeah. Annoyingly to mute his microphone.
G and I brain screaming.
All right, so I need to figure out who I'm going to talk to about getting this drone. And we
See
need,
if our
we need to,
Evo contact can do that for us.
and we definitely need to get you a big gun of some kind.
I can always try to talk to it.
Talk to who? What?
I mean, hell, I did get us 50 grand each. You were going to go for what, 5,000?
So you
I'm still
you
kind
know,
of riding this high. Just let me have this.
you got it, buddy. We're behind you. We support you all the way.
I did like the idea of getting a snake shaman of some type.
Right?
Yeah.
That was fun.
That's the backup plan.
Like we won't be able to tell them specifically what's going on, but we could get some help somehow. Does anyone know any awakened people?
discretion is a muddy term.
What they don't know won't hurt them, okay?
Yep.
Um, I think I'm gonna call Albatross. Maybe he knows a shaman of some kind that we could talk to. Does it, either of you guys have a contact that may be helpful in this? Or any of the other
No,
stuff we're doing?
shaman.
You know a shaman?
Yeah.
Call your shaman buddy. Was that the one who got us this job?
No.
Okay.
She's kind of far away, but she may know someone.
Right, yeah, I mean, we don't need her here, just need some advice.
All right. So, what time is it right now? It's late. I'll call in the morning.
Yeah, it's really early. Before
Yeah.
4 a.m. still.
Oh man, we should get Gauss rifles.
I don't know if they'd work underwater. Electricity and all.
Get your science out of here.
Well, Minos, I think I might know kind of more suited for you and a bit easier to get our hands on. How does a crime wave sound? It's no multi-barreled minigun of death and destruction, but it's far more easier to get acquire.
Sure.
I think the best part you'll love is you'll be able to put a magazine in there and a belt. So, you know, you can have normal bullets and then high explosives in case you have to mess up the thing's face.
Yeah, sure. Let's go for it.
I think one of the underwater modifications for a belt-fed weapon is to remove the belt feed.
Yeah.
Just reasonably sure on that.
Hey, double magazine then.
Yeah, that'd be a cool looking gun.
Or they modify the canister so it's a sealed
like
system.
A barrel clip.
Yeah.
That could work.
I wanted the gyro pistol, but that'd just be too much fun.
Gyro pistol does seem pretty sweet, or an actual harpoon gun.
The good old-fashioned harpoon gun.
But yeah, the gyro pistol is like perfect for what we're doing here.
But it's special weapons, so you need to get training in that specific weapon, which is a pain in the arse.
That's true. Harpoon gun's only archery.
Is it?
Yep.
And who has the control water drone?
The control water drone.
Yeah, that's a skill specific for underwater.
Oh, nothing.
It's using its dog brain.
Yeah,
Oh, just gonna use its pilot.
because we certainly don't have a rigger or anything like one.
Actually, isn't Stantrix a rigger?
Yeah. He's in a wheelchair though. He's not going underwater.
No, but he can
you
jump
do
in.
it-
He could go
Yeah.
drive there, yeah, and rig from above.
Because literally the only thing I plan on using it for is to plasma torch away the stuff on the filters.
He could probably help you out with that. He also doesn't have underwater, but that might be a skill he can learn real fast, or a skill soft he can download.
Skillsoft, hooray!
Yeah, so I'm trying to think of what would be the best kinds of things to take down here, other than more guns.
Let's see.
A wet dry vac.
A really, really big wet dry vac.
Maybe two.
So, a things we need. Equipment. So, if we want to use the rebreathers, we can. I'm going to be pushing for excuse me, a full-on enclosed helmet. Because
I think, yeah,
I don't
it's
want
probably
to be
smart.
surfacing every 20 minutes.
It should last longer than 20 minutes. In all seriousness, and completely out of character, rebreathers will last a lot longer than 20 minutes.
Yeah.
They
A
should.
hell of a lot longer.
But
And-
I'm just going based off the information that they told us. Like they have
Yeah.
rebreathers that are good for 20 minutes.
The one that I had pictured in my head too is rather small, like canister size that you just kept in your mouth.
Mhm.
So
You know, a large
smaller
one.
than a baseball
I mean,
or so, but
underwater they don't weigh anything.
right.
2,
And, like,
3,
and
4 pounds max.
Yeah, and like the military grade ones can last significantly longer.
Hmm.
This is the Seattle area, so as a hobby, scuba and underwater is still very popular. So yeah, a lot of that equipment is available in the local area.
Drone, gun.
Well, see
Guess
if
I'll
we can
need-
get me a creator.
What is the availability on that?
It's 11F. I should probably go for something smaller. Let's
Yeah,
go with it.
cost matters too, because that determines how fast we can get it. Preferably anything 1,000 and under.
Oh, let's go with the.
Let me look at this drone again. 1,000 and under, you said?
Yeah, I know.
It's 10,000. Yeah.
It's 10,000. So I'm gonna have to roll really well to get it quickly.
You know what? Cheap and powerful is what we're looking for against this thing. AK-97.
Perfect. Okay, so it's 10,000. So, Jeffrey,
Yes.
shall we have a duel of rolls?
Yes, yes.
So,
Who are you speaking
gonna-
to and about what?
well, first of all, I'm gonna go to our newfound buddy
Hank?
He, you know, Evo Navtech may have a line on getting underwater drones, so I'm kind of shooting in the dark here, but saying, you know, maybe.
Well, Hank certainly answers.
Hank, Bubby,
What do you need?
we're looking to get a Crake drone. Maybe you know somebody. You know somebody?
I'm a lawyer.
Right.
Who do you want me to call?
Well, give me the Rolodex of Evo shady merchants, and I'll give one of them a ring.
Oh, I know. Why don't I just give our Evo contact information to somebody I don't know and does illicit acts for money?
Right, or you could do the reasonable thing and call them for me.
You're looking for a crack drone?
It's like a squid. Proteus Crake.
Let me write this down. All right, you want a Proteus Crake from EvoCorp.
I'm trying to give money to your business.
Well, that's easy. We could just pay you less.
Or you could just give it to us.
All right. Well, do you have other demands while we're on the phone?
Well, I mean, we have a shopping list, but I wasn't going to bother you with most of it.
Oh, dear. How considerate of you. All right. Well,
I,
anything else then that I can look into for you at this time?
I do, and I have a file incoming. It is based off of the the research that we've been granted access to. Uh, it's possibly a synthetic agent to kind of offset the poison and the debilitating effects that the snake can cause. I do not have access to the equipment, but I'm sure your company can, and in exchange for synthesizing it, you have the only copy of the formula, or the possible formula. So you're welcome to keep that and patent it as you will.
All right. Well, I can have our research team take a look at the concoction you've come up with here.
Because that's
I mean,
if that is
synthesizing new
the-
chemicals is what we do, so yes.
um, that would be, if we have access to that, that would be most preferable. I'm sure you don't want any more people go missing, because those things are rather nasty.
Bad for business.
We don't know
Yes.
of anyone that's gone missing.
Yeah,
That
you know
I
where they are.
understand.
I get it.
Beyond that, I don't think they're the biggest thing that we have to tap for is the drone.
So we're gonna need to get guns. So we need to put a list together of the guns we need, and then get them modified. If we need to get diving gear, if we need to get any of that, we need to figure that out too.
Diving
So we
gear is
just need
super easy in this area again.
Yeah, okay. So it's just a cost in the book, I guess.
Yep. And readily available within hours.
Okay. 2,000 yen for diving gear. Ugh.
Well, the thing is, though, right? I don't think you need the wetsuit.
That pulls off
Well-
the whole look.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do-
you can
do-
just do the full face mask or the enclosed breathing helmet.
But do we not need the wetsuit?
No, I asked that question. We're not doing Arctic waters or
Yeah,
200 or deeper.
No, you're gonna want one.
I was about to say, this is still the Seattle area. I can't imagine
If the
it's
water's
really
anything,
hot.
if
It's
the
all
water's
level.
75 or below, you're gonna need one.
Yeah, I think we just need standard diving gear. Okay, so let's figure out the stuff that we actually need to roll against to buy, so we can do that real quick.
So the AK.
Drone, AK-97.
Let's do the
Um,
drone last, because I already know what's going on with that.
Okay, so
What do you want to do
guns.
first?
So we got AK-97.
Can I get a page number for that?
Stand by. I think that's core book.
Yes, it is.
Core book?
Well, 428. Availability 4, cost 950. So very easy to get. Sad commentary on the modern arms trade.
Yes, let's see the roll. And what's the opposed
Okay.
roll for this?
It's negotiation. So whatever
Their negotiation and
based on charisma.
logic. Oh, charisma. Well, bam.
Okay, 3 net hits. That cuts the time to thirds, which I think is like 8 hours or something.
And that was for which?
That's the year
Okay.
gun.
AK-97.
Yeah. AK?
97.
Yeah. So 8 hours later. Then Minos, what do I need to get for you?
Um, let's see here. What is that one called?
The crime spree? Or,
A crime wave?
yep.
Talking about the crime cannon?
Crime wave.
I'm gonna need the running gun, huh?
Oh, is that running gun?
Machine gun. It's not a carrot. The crime bomb. That's single shot. 16p. That's tough. 10p. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
wave.
crime wave. It is 11F.
Yeah.
2,000 new yen.
What page?
It's
Gonna be
I have it in
SR5,
Gunhaven 3.
PH3.
Gunhaven 3.
And it's in SR5. Apparently. Yes.
Well, there's the crime cannon and crime wave light machine gun.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's Gunhaven 3, page 34. Is that
Oh.
better than the light machine guns in the core book?
It's cheaper.
It's
Easier to
cheaper,
get.
and what I'm seeing here, it outperforms. It does 1 point of physical damage more than any of the other guns
That's enough
with
for me.
the same armor penetration.
Okay.
And it
Well,
automatically has the metahuman customization to it.
Yep. And I love it for the dual feed system.
Mm-hmm.
I had one for my troll. Had tracers in the belt, and then EX explosives in the magazine just to open doors.
All right, we got another roll.
Yep.
So, oh, that's already yours. Okay. This is the same gun launderer. I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm guessing so. Okay. So how much was that one?
2,000.
2,000.
Okay, so that's a day. Anyway, 2 net hits. Yeah, cuts in half and then in half. So, 12 hours.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm gonna need a gun for underwater. I think I'm just gonna get another Ares Predator. It makes it easier. Just
Yep.
stay on brand. Okay.
You can go Ruger Super Warhawk.
I don't feel like
Oh.
revolvers would work really well underwater. Maybe that's just me. Alright, so it's a day for that one. 12 hours? Okay. Alright, so... Okay, no, so it would be a day for the crime wave and a day for... Because I didn't get more than that hit. Okay, yeah. So in about a day, we'll get everything we need as far as the guns go.
And we just have the drone left and the counter agents. On that topic, we should probably get some auto injectors.
That makes sense.
And someone with what?
If the Evo person does come through on their side, we'll have a agent that will delay the onset of the paralytic.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll probably want auto injectors because I'm sure you don't want me to swim around hitting you with a needle every time you get bit.
I think I'm gonna need a harpoon.
You want a harpoon or do you want a harpoon gun?
No,
Yes.
just like a harpoon.
Just straight up
Big
harpoon?
spear.
Yes, I agree. I want that for you.
Remembering
I
back
don't
to
know, my knife will
Minos
serve me well
unarmed
enough underwater.
combat, yeah.
The APDS rounds. Lots of APDS.
um,
I mean, the availability is 6. So,
6F.
no, for a polearm, it's 6R actually.
you need a license for a polearm, huh? Okay, well.
Apparently,
So no, the availability thing is the roll is against the item's availability, not
Oh,
the
okay.
negotiation.
I thought it was his negotiation.
No, so this is why. Well, that would be if we're haggling over the price. So that's why the drone is going to be so hard to get. Because you
It's a
rolled
reach.
18 dice against me.
yeah, polearm's a reach of 3. That's gonna give me a reach of 4.
That's pretty good.
That's sick.
Yeah, just you'll be frontline defense, and I'll pick off anything that's drifting close.
Is this for the drone now then, or is this for the...
No, this is for the polearm, so 6.
So 6?
Oh, okay, really quick. So like I just find it laying around. Oh, okay.
We went to the pawn shop.
Pretty much, yeah.
I feel like that's kind of the thing that we might find in a pawn shop, actually.
Especially in this area. People used to go dive fishing all the time with it.
Yeah, or a really, really disappointed cosplayer or something. Okay. So you're talking about APDS ammo?
Yeah, we'll probably want that for the snakes.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Is it anything... What size of ammo? are you
Actually, would
looking
it
for?
flechette ammo work better?
Well, no, it said it's armored, right?
Yeah, but I mean, natural armor, still flechette would work fairly well, wouldn't it?
Well, I don't know in this game how that works as far as the mechanics of it.
I think flechette.
Chat underwater too.
Like little tiny harpoons.
Yeah, but I don't know how like the natural armor works, if it's just higher body or if it's actually armor dice. Because if it's armor dice, then it would suck because it's +5.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do we want APDS or do we want explosive rounds? Because APDS is a really great AP modifier, but we don't know enough about this kind of thing.
The only problem I'm worried about with explosive rounds in character wise is the concussive wave.
That's thinking ahead. It's good.
Stick and shocks won't serve us well.
No.
It would have to be like regular rounds. DE rounds would be entertaining, but I never
Capture
even
it
seen
for more
those in
money.
IMERC. Yeah.
I think you
APDS
mean
would probably
aquatic
serve us-
mount.
Yeah. Mush.
Oh yeah.
See,
you
here's
look
the
like Samurai
problem.
Jack then.
All of these things we're buying, right? This is a bunch of restricted and forbidden stuff all together. This may be causing people to look at us, which is against the whole discretion idea.
Well, let me see if I have a gunrunner friend. I'll see if I can get the APDS for him.
That would be much easier because I am going to have to roll to get this drone.
Actually, I'll get the call set up and I'll let you handle that. And the negotiations and that.
Yeah.
I know, face problems.
Yeah. So I guess I'm waiting. Am I waiting on Hank to get back to me on that, or
On the drone?
yeah?
Yes, when he does get back to you, this is what his first offer is. All right, so through our corporation, if we did have access to the Kraken drone, it is still a very highly classified piece of information or a piece of property. And the Evil Corporation would not feel comfortable lending that out in this situation. However, in your immediate area or in the Seattle area, where we can get it to you on shorter notice, for around the same price at 8,000, we can get you a drone we call the Underdog, and it looks more like a like a dog. It looks more like the Rover drone, with 4 legs and a dorsal fin system. The center holds 2 oxygen tanks, and it still has the plasma torch that extends out of the front.
Sold.
But it's a medium size mech. It's or drone. It's not a small mech drone.
Sold.
All right,
Yep.
8K, and that's all under the table, so you don't have to pay for it or anything. Let me know when you want the stat lines on it, and I'll give it to you.
Okay. Notes. Okay. The Underdog. Okay. It's 8K. So, we do have to pay for it. Yes.
Yes.
That's what he's saying, but we don't have to roll for availability.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Divided by 3. Okay. So, do we want to split the cost on this one?
Yep.
Okay. So it's 26.66 a piece.
26.66.
And I'll take the hit on the 26.67. So I'm such a nice guy. Okay,
That's for the drone.
that's for the drone.
26.66. Okay.
Plus, we'll have a cute sea lion dog drone thing. All right, and then you can talk to your buddy about getting a whole mess of APDS rounds. And I will definitely give you money for that.
All right. So I'm gonna give Jackal a call. Jackal's the replacement since I left. Left earlier. I couldn't keep him as a viable contact because he was my local contact there. But did hook me up with a gun runner named Jackal, so I'm taking advantage of that and giving Jackal a call.
All right, Jekyll answers your telephone call. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, wonderful, wonderful. Carmen gave me your number, and she said you could be of assistance. And I'm looking to acquire some APDS rounds, and by some I mean like a few hundred.
What size?
A little mix, a mixed bag. I'm looking for some for a light machine gun, an assault rifle, and a
Heavy pistol.
heavy pistol.
An assault rifle, submachine gun, and heavy pistol.
Light machine gun.
Light machine gun.
Yes, we're going to do some interesting fishing.
Well, hell yeah, I'd say. Huh.
You know, things you do for Abram Lobster.
You said you need a few hundred of each?
Let's see how much we need. Kind of through DNI. How much do you guys want?
I just need like 50. I don't think I'm going to be shooting that many bullets.
Yeah.
You're going to need a bunch, though, I think.
You'll probably want a bunch for the.
The machine gun.
Well, how much is it?
I think with the crime waves, like, is it a 100-round belt?
Yeah, it's a 100-round belt or 50-round clip.
50 clips.
But how much are they?
120 per 10, I think.
All right. So, 50 rounds for the light pistol. I want to say 90 rounds for the assault rifle. And
200.
yeah, 200 for the light machine gun.
Yeah, how fast do you need it?
Same day would be preferable. I'm willing to pay a little bit extra for that.
Just throw money at it. That'll fix everything.
Okay, and you said you wanted 200 rounds of the light
Yes.
plus 50 in the heavy pistol and another 100.
Yeah,
For
we'll
your
go
assault
with yeah.
rifle?
Let's do say for 100 for the assault rifles. Yes. And maybe an additional belt for a crime wave, and 2 magazines for an AK. If you have those lying around.
Yeah, pal. I respect Carmen sending you my way, but just doing the math here, you realize how much how big this order is, right?
Yep.
You have that much cash on you?
How much are we talking about?
I'm looking at 44,000 here.
Hmm.
Am I doing the math right on that?
Let me.
350 rounds at 125 yen a piece?
No, 100
10.
per 10.
That's per 10.
100 per 10. Okay.
So 4,400.
4,400. That makes more sense.
I was about to say that's quite a markup, young
Right.
man.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you want it fast, huh?
So yeah, we're looking at about 4,500 with where you're at now with the belts and extra clip.
I can pay that up front.
All right. Yeah, I can meet you sometime this evening down at my
Wonderful.
store shop. Don't come in through the front though. I'll meet you around back.
Question.
That is wonderful.
Can I switch out the Ares Predators for the Browning Ultra Powers? They're cheaper, but they have laser sight instead of smart gun, and I don't have smart gun.
Yeah, that works.
I can get you contacts with them.
Yeah,
I'm
but I
talking to a
have,
gun runner.
but I have my cool glasses.
Ah. You can wear contacts and your glasses.
That's silly. I don't want to do that.
All right. Are we happy
I'll
with
bring
our gear now?
transportation. I am. Are you guys?
As ready as you'll ever be.
Sure.
All right. Let's go ahead and call it there for tonight then.
Hooray!